Today's case involves the Civil War and a document that may have possibly affected the outcome of the Civil War. I will be meeting with Taylor Ward, who has found a document that could have changed the war. Hi, Audrey Ahiweb, History Detective.
Hi, Taylor, come on in. Please, have a seat. All right. So the reason why I called you is because I found something really interesting in my garage, and I think you might be able to help me.
All right, let's have a look. Oh, wow. This is very interesting, very old. September 9th, 1862, Civil War era. Special Order number 191. Where did you find this?
I found it in my garage, like in a box.
Who do you think it might have belonged to?
Well, I know my great-great-grandfather did fight in the Civil War, so maybe it belonged to him.
So when you called me, you told me you wanted me to find out more information.
I wanted you to see if it was valuable, if it was used in the war, or if it was just like an old document. Like what exactly did it do?
Alright, well I will definitely look into it and I will call you.
Thank you so much for coming back.
It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. See you soon.
Thank you. I called local historian Darius Ramirez to explain to me exactly what Special Order 191 is. Hi, Audrey Ahiweb. I made an appointment.
Oh, right.
So I just got a client and she found these documents in her garage and we're thinking it's from her great-great-grandfather. We're wondering, could you maybe interpret it? Tell us what it's about.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, I was just taking notes on this.
Okay.
So this is Special Order 191.
Yes, what exactly is Order 191?
It was issued by Robert E. Lee during the Maryland campaign on September 9th, 1862. Now, it was issued before the Battle of Antietam, and it was given out to each, and Robert E. Lee gave it out to each commander. But unfortunately, it was General Daniel Hill lost his. And interestingly, it was found by McClellan's Union Army in a cigar box.
Oh wow. Okay, well, I mean, could you explain any more detail? Is there, because that's a lot of writing.
Right.
What does it say?
Okay, so there are 7 generals involved in this whole process. General Jackson,
Okay.
Longstreet, McLaws, Walker, D. Hill, Stewart, and General Lee, of course. So there are 10 parts to this order. The first part stated that the army is prohibited to go to the stores in Frederickstown because the citizens didn't appreciate them, so they didn't offer business to them. The second part stated that Major Taylor will transport the sick and gravely wounded from Leesburg, Virginia to Winchester. They mustn't use the route towards the CCH anymore because that was dangerous. The third stated that tomorrow on September 10th will be the start of the Army's march. So General Jackson will start it by using the Baltimore and Ohio Railroad. He will go through Middletown, Sharpsburg, and the Potomac River in order to get there, and will capture Martinsburg and anyone escaping to Harper's Ferry along the way. So these
Harper's Ferry?
Yes. Okay. So this is more of an instructions on how he plans to take over some specific points.
Okay. So this is war plan,
yes.
Pretty much. Okay.
So the fourth part is that General Longstreet, his division will follow and wait at Boonesboro. The fifth part is that General McLaws will take his division along the R.H. Andersons and will follow General Longstreet and go to Maryland Heights to get ready to capture Harper's Ferry, because that's a very important part.
Yeah, okay.
So the sixth part is that General Walker will then take his division and take it to London Heights by going through the Potomac and Lovettsville. We will also try to stop any enemies that are trying to retreat from General Jackson and McLaws from their attack on the Harper's Ferry. So the seventh part is that General D. Hill's division will protect the rear of the artillery and supplies of Lee's main army, which is marching on to, here's a map, which is marching on to Hagerstown. So General D. Hills is coming up the rear and protecting the rear, which has artillery and supplies. The eighth part to this is that General Stewart will send the cavalry to help all the generals, and then his main cavalry will stay with the main army of General Lee's. The ninth part is that after all those generals finish their objective, they will all march onto Hagerstown and meet General Lee there. And each regiment, and for the 10th part, each regiment will have axes to chop down wood for use.
Okay, so overall, this document covers 10 things.
Yes.
Pretty much. So it's a war plan, 10 war plans.
Yes. Well, it's more of a war plan divided into 10 parts.
Okay.
Each part specific for a certain group or general.
Alright, okay.
So to sum it all up, there are 4 divisions, each one to capture a certain town or city. One to capture Martinsburg, one to capture Boonesboro, one to capture Harper's Ferry, and then the main one to capture Hagerstown. And in the end, all of them will meet up with General Lee and capture Hagerstown.
Wow, thank you so much. It was great meeting you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was a lot of help. I can't wait to get back to Taylor about this.
Tell me how that goes.
Yes, I definitely will. Thank you. Nice to see you.
Have a nice day.
Yes, bye. I will be talking to Casey Prodigat, the Civil War historian, about Special Order 191 and how it affected the Civil War. Well, my client, Taylor Ward, she found this document in her garage, Special Order 191, and we believe that it is from her great-great-grandfather. I was wondering, maybe you could explain more about it and let us know how finding this special order affected the Civil War.
Alright, so before the Union Army found the document, General McClellan of the Union Army tried to invade the Confederate capital of Richmond, Virginia, but they lost. And then they lost another battle, which was called the Second Battle of the Bull Run. So they retreated behind their lines, and it was the right time for General Lee to take his army and invade up north. And then
So they invaded up north, and after that, what else happened?
they invaded up north, but unfortunately for Lee, one of his commanders lost the order. So McClellan found out what they were planning on, like what they were trying to do. And then from there on, McClellan told part of his army to go over to Harper's Ferry, where some of his troops were stationed and being attacked by Lee's army. And then he took another part of his army over the South Mountain, over the Potomac River, to cut Lee's line of retreat. And then battle raged on September 14th, and Lee retreated and halted at Antietam Creek. And he was about to march up north again, but McClellan blocked his path up north to Pennsylvania. And then it was either fight or retreat for Lee, and he chose to fight even though he was outnumbered. But unfortunately for Lee, he lost the Battle of Antietam, which was the bloodiest single-day battle in U.S. history. And the South lost their only chance to attack the North.
Oh, wow. So was the plan successful?
It was not successful because the Union Army found the letter, of course, and he couldn't execute all of his plans.
Alright, well thank you so much for the information. It was great meeting you.
It was great meeting you too.
And now I can get back to Taylor with all this new information.
Alright,
nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hi! Great to see you again. Come on in.
Yes, I have loads of information for you.
Oh, wow. Can't wait.
Alright, so this is your original document, the one from your great-great-grandfather that you found in the garage. And this is a map one of the historians gave me, and we wanted you to look at it. This is where Harper's Ferry is located, and this is where McClellan is. He is the blue lines, and Robert E. Lee's army are the red lines. So you could look at that. Maybe if you want to find out more about the Civil War, I can even give you his number.
That's great.
So what I did find out about Special Order 191 was that it happened on September 9th, 1862, and this was during the Maryland campaign. So General Robert E. Lee, he was a Confederate general, and he was waiting at Best Farm, and he issued this order to all of his commanders, gave each of them one right before the battle. Now, Daniel Hill, one of the Confederate soldiers, he lost his, and it happens to be that your great-great-grandfather found that order.
Wow.
Yes, he found that order in a cigar box, and he gave it to the Union General McClellan, who he was under at that time. And it's just, your grandfather, he changed history.
That's crazy. Wow, that's so amazing. Thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah, of course. Of course. It was great working with you. You're welcome.
Audrey the history detective taught me so much about Special Order 191. I now know what role my great-great-grandfather played in the Civil War.
On September 9, 1862, Confederate General Robert E. Lee issued Special Order 191.
Messenger! At ease. General 4th Division, deliver this tonight.
Yes, sir.
Then, Major General Daniel Hill, an officer of the Confederacy, lost his order. It was found by a Union soldier on September 13, 1862, and it was passed through a chain of commands to Union General George McClellan.
Special Order 191. I gotta get this to the general.
At ease. What do you want, soldier?
Look what I came across.
A cigar box?
No. If you look inside, you see a document that says Special Order 191.
Good work, Private. This will
you,
be
sir.
very useful to the Union Army.
All right, thank you, sir.
Dismissed.